Hello, viewers, and welcome to today's episode of Disappointed Dragon. Sorry, it's been a little while since the last upload. Where I live, the temperature has been averaging over 30 degrees Celsius for the last week and a half. That's too hot. It's far too hot. So I've spent almost all of my time when I'm not working sitting in my small air-conditioned bedroom, and recording with the air conditioning on is not good for the ears of anyone listening to the video. Conveniently today, I had it running all night, and now it's cool enough in here that I feel okay recording. So today, for our special video, it's not special, it's just a regular video, I just like calling it a special video, I have construction toys. It's been a while. As you can see, we have a lot of them. This is the Make It Blocks Robo Machines playset. So there is a set of these. These come from the dollar store Dollar Tree, which is a thrift store that spans Canada and the United States. It's one of the only dollar stores where everything is still a consistent price. It used to be everything was $1 in the American one, and the Canadian one was $1.25. I believe now it's $1.50. Everything is $1.50 or less. So I believe that these were all $1.50 each, and the whole set would have then been $9. Don't quote me on that. It could still be $1.25. I don't think it is, though. But this is their own brand. Now, oddly enough, Dollar Tree actually has made some really nice in-house things before. They have this whole Action Hero series. I can't think of the name anymore. It's like Action Force or something. I'm not really sure. But they're these action figures that are about yay big, so like G.I. Joe size. And they've got their own play set. They come in like on cards with stats and everything. They're really quite nice. They have customizable vehicles, all that kind of cool stuff. So it's really nice. This is their brand of construction toy. They've got all sorts of things. They actually have like little bags of random pieces. They have those strips of landscape that you can stick on things like tape. They've got a lot of stuff. I actually at one point had a big bag of the figures, the minifigures for their line, because they were quite humorous looking, but I lost it. During spring cleaning, I threw out the bag of blind bags I had saved for recording because I thought it was a bag of garbage, because I didn't look inside, because I am not always the smartest. News to nobody at all. So I saw this and I thought this is really cool. They had the entire set, so I picked it up. Basically, as you can see, it's a bunch of different vehicles. We've got this like black stealth jet, this green space fighter, I'm going to guess that this is like a little tank with its two little blasters, race car of some kind, race car of another kind, and race car in the third flavor of lime. They're kind of neat, but the thing that sold me on it is, if you can see it here, whoop, they combine into a robot. A very silly looking robot, but at the same time still a robot, and I quite like that idea. And it also kind of follows the Transformers theme, where it doesn't look like you actually have to take them apart much. It looks like they just kind of all click together into a robot, like they've already got the bits on them, which is kind of cool. Normally with these like transformable construction toy sets, you kind of have to disassemble them and then use all the pieces to make something afterwards. But this one actually kind of looks like they just all slot together, so I thought that was pretty cool. The packaging is a bit minimalist, as you'd expect from something from the dollar store, but it is kind of neat that they do have their own package. Compatible, fits all leading brands, I would assume, because it's an exact copy. This is one set. See back for full content details, which I've done, but there's not really any new information on the back otherwise. Also, the robot's name is Robo Destroyer, because you can't get any more, generic than that. I think for these, I'm not going to speed up the building. I think I can prattle on enough to build these. They don't look altogether that complicated. I've not really messed with these before, so I don't really know what the quality's like. I'm going to assume that they're fine. If it's anything to judge off of their other in-house figures, they're probably relatively good quality. And to be fair, most rip-off construction toys these days, unless you get the really, really cheapy ones, are normally pretty good. I'm actually curious if in this big bag of stuff beside me I have any examples of the dollar store stuff, but I don't seem to. Unfortunate. I would have shown you the Action Force guys if I could have found them, but I didn't. So we'll get to this. Instructions. Yeah, the instructions come on one piece of laminated paper. And no, it does not look too bad. And feeling the pieces, they feel pretty good. Snap together quite nicely. I mean, they don't look as nice as authentic Lego, which is usually the case, but at the same time, they're fine. They are perfectly acceptable and better than some I've used. Something I have noticed with a lot of these sets, just knockoff sets in general, is that they use these ball and socket joints a lot. I don't remember regular Lego sets using this much, although I think the Lego Creator sets have started using them a lot more. I haven't really bought a lot of first-party Lego in a long time just because of how ridiculously expensive it is. I can't really afford to be buying too much of it because it is just so expensive. I'm a little bit confused by this, if that's supposed to go back that far or what. Let's see. I think it's supposed to go up here like this and like that. That's my guess. I'm not 100% sure. That might be wrong. Yeah, no, I'm going to assume that that's right. Sorry, the perspective and the instructions, I can't really tell if this is supposed to be forward one more or back one more. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Either way, we'll finish it. We'll take a look at it and we'll see what it looks like. I definitely forgot to put pieces on. I'm not even following the instructions. This is the real reason, ladies and gentlemen, that I speed these up when I'm building them, so you don't see how horribly bad I am at following instructions. There we go. I feel like there's extra bits. Is there no use for all of these? Did I miss them somewhere? Oh, I did. Okay. See, again, I can't follow instructions worth beans. No, I can't get it apart. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to use my teeth, aren't I? Ugh. I don't suggest you use your teeth to pull apart construction toys. Not good for the dental work. There we go. Okay. All right. We're together now. The first one, the like black fighter jet. It's a bit strange. On the box, these bits clearly look like they're supposed to be black, but they're very much not. I mean, it's fine. It's a weird long bit here. I don't really like that much. It feels a bit overly long, and I wonder if I could move it forward a bit so it doesn't look as ridiculous. See, it's hard to judge because in this picture here, it kind of looks like it's moved back like to here almost. Like it looks like it's like this, and that's a much nicer silhouette. But on this one, clearly, it's at least 3 forward, and I'm not really sure which it's supposed to be. If I'm completely honest with you, I don't really know. I think for the purposes of the robot, it makes more sense for it to be up higher. Actually, you know what? Let's cheat. Let's use the robot. Let's see. Zoom in real far. On the robot, where are the leg joints? Yeah, so if you look on the robot, the leg joints are right up by the canopy like this. Like that. Not like on the instructions where they appear to be in a completely different place. So I think that we're going to go with what looks better to me, which is this one. I also like the look of that silhouette better as well. So that's the first one. We're going to zoom back out. Whoa! All the way. Onto the side with you. Also, I don't think that there's actually instructions on how to combine them into the big robot. If there is, which one do you think they come with? Well, we'll go a little bit at a time. We'll start with the the legs, so the cars, and we'll see where it goes from there. This is a very, well, I was going to say it's very Stunticons, but it's really not, because the Stunticons didn't have any air vehicles. They were all race cars. Also, we have an extra piece here. I don't know where that goes. I'm not sure what to do with that. I mean, I guess I can put it wherever I feel like. I don't know. I'll figure out what to do with the extra pieces at the end. I'm not a fan of extra pieces. I always try to use them all up. We'll stick the extra bits onto the robot once he's all together, and we'll see where it goes. So far, I do like it. The pieces are quite nice. They stick together pretty good. As you could tell by me having to use my teeth to pull it apart. Clearly, they're not the worst quality. I still think the absolute worst quality fake Lego I ever got was those Minecraft figures. It was in a video from quite a ways back. I'm following instructions completely wrong again. I swear I'm not usually this bad at building things. Yeah, where they didn't even go together and the pieces just shattered as I was building it. That was a horrible Lego set. I say Lego set, it wasn't Lego. It was, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what I meant. Because someone has to know what I mean. These are also... The sets are much larger than I imagine them to be by looking at the boxes. They all look much smaller than they end up being. This is much longer than I thought it would be. Which, of course, is a very odd thing. Spatial awareness, am I right? This one has a weird design. This one has a very weird design. I remember these hinge pieces being used a lot in older Lego sets. It's a very interesting bit. Okay. Hua, upside down. Well, that's a satisfying sound. Are they all supposed to be? Yes, so, okay, all right, whatever. Yeah, now I've gone silent. Sorry, I'm concentrating so hard on this very difficult construction set. No, I'm just making sure that I'm not completely constructing it wrong, which as we've already seen, I do. Again, there's an extra piece. Where does that extra piece go? Because this is the vehicle, which, again, did it look different on the... No. Ah, I see what I did wrong. I think... No. Ah, that's so weird. Why does that piece look different on here? Oh, it is a different piece. That's why. See, look here. On the box, it's got a piece that's got like a little flat end that shows like half of a pentagon there. And this piece is a slope. That's why it looks different. Odd. I wonder why that is. They all look just a slight bit different from how they're supposed to. But let's click that leg on. I see some problems that are going to arise from this robot already, but that's fine. That's fine. That's all we need. So far, so good. That's 2. Now to 3. Come on. Sellotape. There we go. I've actually had these for quite some time. I bought these sets a ridiculously long time ago and kind of just had them on the side for a while, and I never got around to making them because I figured it would be a slightly longer than usual video just because of all of the different bits having to be put together with all the different sets, and I kind of didn't want to... Why is this one so much smaller than the last one? This is very tiny. This is the first one that I don't really like how it goes together so far. Because it doesn't really give you a very strong base to put it together. which is kind of weird. Because normally the last couple have been very sturdy, but this one is not feeling like it so far, just looking at how it's put together. It's almost like you have to put it together backwards in order to make sure that it all fits together. Like this. This is going to be a bit... I don't know. I don't know, boys. I'm not liking it so far. That piece won't even fit. How are you supposed to do that? Okay, it does fit. He says. And he says it many times. The red also has a bit of a different kind of color and look to a regular construction toy. It's kind of a very light, almost translucent-y, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. But that's what I'm getting off of it. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of how this one is constructed. It's a lot of single pressure points, so like that comes off really easily. Unless there's something that's going to go on the bottom to hold it together, which it doesn't seem like there is. Something on the top, though. Maybe that'll keep it together. But probably not, because we have the same problem on this side. Well, I didn't design it. And beggars can't be choosers. Well, they can. It's an odd saying beggars can't be choosers, because they really could be. There's nothing stopping them from choosing to not. Oh, I've already put it together wrong again. Ay-ya. There we go. Oh, yeah, I really don't like that. It does not fit together well when it's fallen to bits on you. All right. I think I'm going to use... I'm going to make an executive decision here pretty soon. I think we're going to use some of our spare pieces to make this one bit more sturdy. I think that's what we're going to do. And we shall do it shortly. Where's the other wheel? There it is. Also, why didn't I put this on? Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This thing is very poorly constructed compared to the other one. I mean, it looks fine, but it is just flying to bits on me. Also, I keep skipping parts. Oh, I'm good at this. I'm very good at putting Lego together. This one had no spare parts either. So we're going to make an executive decision and put one of the spare parts from the last one there, because now, as you can see, the thing doesn't come apart as easily. Although it still does come apart. So I'm kind of hoping that we will get another spare piece at some point to stick there and kind of sturdy that up. But we'll do that when we get there. Okay, all right, so he's got legs. It's a bit weird because he has to be very bow-legged because of how this joint works. It kind of only goes out like that, so he's always kind of got a very wide stance, as if he's spent a lot of time horseback riding. He's a cowboy robot. All right, we'll go for his left arm first. And go to the next one. So far, though, quality-wise, the stuff's pretty good. Like I say, it all sticks together. So far, nothing has been really bad. None of the pieces have broken. A little bit of issues with the construction designs on that last one, because it's not well engineered for staying together, which is unfortunate. I believe easily could have put in one 4x4 piece for the back of this to just stick it all together more securely. I would have only added one more piece. I don't really see why they didn't do that, but whatever. I ain't the designer. That was one of those things, I always wanted to do when I was younger, was I always wanted to grow up to be a Lego set designer. That would be super fun. Really neat. But I feel like once you stop doing something for enjoyment and start doing it as a career, it may lose some of its magic. I haven't had a chance to test it though, and I would like to have a chance to test it one day, because I feel like that would be a really cool job to have. Oh, pardon me. Remember they used to talk about how Lego did like tryouts for designers, which was a really neat idea, where they would do like contests and you'd have a set period of time to make whatever you could from the bits that were given to you. That is a fun exercise. I used to do this all the time. If you would go down to, like, let's say Toys R Us or something, and they had a really cheap small set, like it was on sale or clearance or something, or you'd go to the dollar store and do the same thing, just buy a whole bunch of that same set and see if you can create something really cool out of it. I did it with a bunch of these Ninjago sets I found one time at the dollar store near my house. And I basically made something that looked like it was out of Warhammer, like a terrifying Zerg monster. It was really neat. It was a lot of fun too. It can be very, very fun to make stuff like that. Just kind of let your imagination loose upon the construction bits. That is, of course, the best part about Lego and construction toys. This one's strange. So it's like, this is supposed to be like a turret. Man, that is a weird vehicle. And I don't dislike it, but it's so weird. Oh yeah, they all roll really well. I should have shown that with the others, but I didn't. It's really cool. I should have made his torso first. I can't put his arms on without his torso. But we're not going to correct our mistake now. No. We're going to lean into it and make the next arm. Because I'm nothing if not stubborn. So far, so good. $9 for all of these. Not bad. Definitely not going to get this many pieces for a Lego set. Actually, altogether, I would say that this has the similar amount of pieces to a Lego Creators set, where they have like a bunch of different instructions for the same pieces. That might have a little bit more pieces. Those are usually about $20, I think. So this is about half the price. So not ridiculously cheap in comparison. Although, to be fair, I haven't looked at traditional Lego sets in a very long time. I think the last one I bought was the special edition Mario one that made an NES. And that one was very expensive. This one actually makes me think of the other official Lego set that I would really, really like to get at some point. And that is the Voltron set. I'll see if I can get a picture of it in the video here. Basically, you make all of the Voltron lions, and then they combine together into the fully combined Voltron, and I find that really awesome. Oh, that reminds me. A really cool set that I would like to get, but is ridiculously expensive, is Lego Optimus Prime. It's recently been released. I'll definitely show a picture of that. It's really, really cool. It's Classics G1 Optimus, and it transforms. It's basically a masterpiece Optimus made of Lego. It is one of the coolest things I have ever seen, and I really want one. I'm definitely going to make it my goal to get one. We may do a video of building it if I do, but that one is definitely going to be sped up because it is a lot of pieces and very complicated. But if I do get it, we'll definitely show it off. So we'll see. We can try to look forward to that, but it's going to be expensive. Again, this is a really weird design for a vehicle. It's like thin and then long. Now, I know it's supposed to be his arm, I guess, but man, that is a weird thing. I don't hate it. What does it say on the side there? Let's zoom in. Greenbrier International Inc. And then a numbered code. Interesting. No. Thank you. And again, it rolls really well. And you know what? So far, only the first one had spare pieces, and I wonder if they were supposed to go on it, but they didn't really show them in the instructions. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird for one of them to have extra pierces. It's weird for one of them to have extra pieces and the others not. Also, none of them do have instructions for how to combine it together, but I mean, it is pretty simple since they just snap onto the obvious spots. All right. Last one, the torso and the head. It's a very strange head. All right. Out you come. I also like how they all have a very consistent piece count, except for this one. This one has 33, but all of the other ones were around the 20 to 22 mark. So that is kind of a neat thing. So I guess if you're going for the most pieces, that's this one. Okay, that's weird. I like how on this one, the first instruction is flat piece. Just have a flat piece, put it down. I'll put these on. And then the next one has all of these other pieces on it. Okay, I am a bit confused by how they're changing the colors in the instructions. To show like the other pieces that are already down. It's now showing them as white when they very much are not. Okay, green. So like that, and like this. Okay. And then the swoopy piece. Ah, they did it again. That's such a weird thing to do. Why would you do that? Ooh, I don't like that. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. But again, with this piece, in the instructions, it shows it having that flat end, but it doesn't. Very odd. This is bad. As you can see here on the instructions. There, these two kind of hinge-ish pieces are being held on just by one stud from this overhead piece. I'm hoping that that is fixed in the instructions later, but it's not looking good. That does bother me a bit. Whoop, all the way back out. Okay, so that is a not great design choice. Oh yeah, that doesn't even go together very well. Yeah, no, I don't like that. That is not well thought out. Okie dokie. Let's see. Is the head just as bad? I think it might be. There's a lot of stuff being held together with just like a single peg. And that is not something I particularly like. Like this head bit is all held together by this one basically single peg here. Not a fan. At some points, there's nothing you can do about that. Like the construction, yeah, it just snaps right off when I try to put it together. Oh boy. I feel like they could have put another one of those pieces right here to just clip this on more securely, and that would have made a difference. But again, not the case. I'm asking for a lot from a Lego kit that cost $1.50, but you know, sometimes you demand perfection. Perfection you will not get. This is a very odd design too. Okay, and clearly these go down here. And these are the arm bits. So let's take a look at this one before we go into combined mode. It's like a weird spaceship. Yeah, I kind of like it. I mean, it's like a weird kind of raptor spaceship. and it could have like legs, and now it kind of looks like a robotic bird. I do kind of like that. Caw-caw! That's pretty cool. I do wish that these could like aim back like thrusters, but they can't just because of the way that it's put together. Yeah, my biggest gripe is the head though. Just because of these pieces on the single joint. Although it does mean that when you turn him into a robot, you can kind of move them about to give the head a different aspect. Kind of like slant them back like ears. Or, you know, put them fully down like this. To kind of just, if you want, change the shape of the head completely. To give it a more robotic head. Or even kind of peg them like that. Yeah, I think I like it like that for the head. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Gives it a bit more of a cool vibe. Right, now let's stick them together and see what he looks like. All together as a big old robot. That. Or his head could completely fall off too. That works. Okay, let's see. And I think that this just is supposed to clip on like that. Okay, all right. We have one extra piece, which I'm going to put right there. Yeah, give him a bit more of a chest. All right. What do we think of him as a completed, what do they call him? Destroyer Robo? Robo Destroyer. Well, I mean, as a gimmick, it's an interesting thing. It gives you a reason to collect them all, but it's not exactly that cool of a robot. I mean, articulation-wise, it's not fantastic. Obviously, because it's just a couple of single joints, and the way it's designed, you have to have his legs very bow-legged for him to stand. I feel like with some modifications, you could definitely improve this to make it a lot nicer, but at the same time, I mean, I like it. I like the gimmick. I like the vehicles all standing alone. There's a couple of tolerance issues with the construction that I don't particularly like. This actually worked a lot better than I thought it would because these aren't exactly load-bearing pieces. Actually, I think if we flipped these around to either side, it would look better as shoulder blades because they'd be pointing up instead of down, giving him more of a like upside down Dorito silhouette as opposed to making him rounder in the middle. But yeah, no, I like it. I like it. I think it's kind of neat. For a dollar store Lego set, yes. I definitely find it cool. I also like how you get a lot of the ball joint pieces, which is something that I've always been very fond of because they're great for making other robots and things. Yeah, I think I'm okay with the upper part. I would love to be able to do more with the bottom. I don't think that these ball socket joints are great for holding up this much weight, and the bow-leggedness makes it look like his bottom half is very unmatched by his top half because it's quite long. But again, $1.50 a set, quite good. The quality is there. The bits are there. They definitely will go well with regular Lego. It'll all fit together. It's pretty cool. Yeah, that'll do it for this. I don't have any other knockoff Lego sets at the moment, so it's going to be a while before the next one, but we'll definitely have to get some more at some point. Of them all, my favorite one is got to be the torso and head one, just because it's kind of like a robotic bird, and I think it has the most interesting design. The limbs are all just vehicles. I wonder actually if it would make a better like bipedal monster than it would a standing robot. Give me a second. I kind of think he would, now that I have been toying with that idea. Definitely makes a better like kind of puma thing than a bipedal robot. Like a weird puma critter. Yeah, actually, I think that makes a much better looking silhouette. It's still kind of ridiculous, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I do like that better. That's pretty cool. Just shows you the endless possibilities with construction toys. But that'll do it for this video, guys. As always, stay happy, stay healthy, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.